Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Cherry Field in Tucson, Arizona. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage in the 2016 Chris Moon Memorial Cherry Field Classic. And we're underway in a consolation bracket game as we see the number 6 versus number 8 teams. In today's ball game, it's the number 8 San Marcos Royals from Santa Barbara, California, against the number 6 Cienega Bobcats from Vail, Arizona, which is just outside of Tucson. So San Marcos, the visiting team in this one after the coin toss. Nolan Cope, the first baseman, led off. And on the second pitch, a ground ball to third for out number 1. And there's a hard shot up the middle and into center field. And a base hit, as Ryan Gardino is the first base runner of the ball game. So he's aboard at first with 1 out for Kyle Gonzalez. It took a little extra time to get the lineup from San Marcos. Not that they were slow getting it to us, just they were busy with their pregame stuff, and so we didn't get it until just once the pregame meeting started between the head coaches and the umpires. So bear with us as we get the lineups in for you. A ball hit down the left field side, but foul and out of play. And it is strike 1. So the winner of this game will advance to play for 5th place tomorrow, and they will face the Riverton Silverwolves out of Riverton, Utah. The loser of this game will play for 7th place, and they will face the host Tucson Badgers. Now time called. Steven Sandate, the starting pitcher for Cienega. Turn, easy throw to first and the runner back. Yeah, the next pitch misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 on, 1 out, just underway, top of the first inning. And the next pitch high and outside. 2 balls and a strike. Runner takes off on the 2-1 pitch. The ball hit down the left field line, but foul. Now the count 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch misses off the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So here's the lineup we've pieced together for the Royals, and if there are changes, we'll for sure let you know. But again, it was Cope, Guardino, and Gonzalez. Josh Kang bats 4th and catches. Blake Katsev at 3rd base hits 5th. Mason Metcalf will DH for the starting pitcher, David McCarthy. Luke Tricase, the right fielder, hits 7th. Thomas Henkin in left field is 8th. Louis Shaloub, 9th. Ground ball over to the first base side and safe the call. High bouncer that the first baseman fielded. Sandante maybe not quickest off the mound on that occasion. Got over there and got there too late, so safe the call.
Catcher Josh Kang.
2 aboard with 1 out for Josh Kang. Final games of the day here at Cherry Field. There's also a game going on over on field number 2. Pitch over for a strike. Pueblo and Boulder taking part in the third division bracket games. Pitch to King is high for a ball, and it's 1-1. 2 aboard with 1 out, just getting started in the first. Again, the final time slot of the day, as the teams will all participate in a banquet tonight. So no night games here at Cherry Field, and then everybody with 1 game tomorrow. We'll be back at noon tomorrow as it pitches outside, 2-1. Back at noon tomorrow for the 5th place game, and then the championship game tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. And that championship game will include Canyon del Oro from just north of Tucson in Oro Valley against Bishop Gorman from Las Vegas. 3-1 the count on Josh Kang. Guardino at second. Gonzalez at first with 1 out in the first for the San Marcos Royals. And a hard hit ground ball off the glove, and then a throw on to first base. That is in time. It looked like it wasn't hit as hard as I thought when it first came off the bat. Still thought it could be a double play ball, but the ball was bobbled at short. So the only out they get is at second base. Kang down the line to reach on a fielder's choice. Guardino goes to third base. Now 2 outs for Blake Katsev. And will set the Bobcats defense. Terrell Huggins is in left field. And G. Gaskins in center, and that ball hit into center field where Gaskins will field it. Pumped once, and now unleashes the throw. It short hops the catcher, and that allows Katsev to go to second base. So a couple of runs in for the Royals in the top of the first inning. A 2-run single for Blake Katsev. And then he goes to second base on the throw to the plate. The batter will be Mason Metcalf, but first a Cienega timeout. And Metcalf going after the first pitch. Fouls it off for strike 1. Anyway, the Bobcat defense, I mentioned Huggins in left, Gaskins in center, Dylan Howell in right field, Ryan Craig plays third base, Nick Gonzalez at shortstop, Izzy Carrillo, the second baseman, as that pitch is a strike. And Tyler Black plays first, Dakota Martin behind the plate, catching Steven Sandate. Next pitch low, 1-2 the count. Two runs in for the Royals in the top of the first. Trying to bring another one around from second base. Ball in the dirt. Throw down to third. Not in time. So good read there for Katsev as he moves to third on a wild pitch. And in on the hands, ground ball over to third. Craig on to Black at first base, and the inning is over, but the Royals jump in front as they score 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 1, and after a half inning of play, Royals 2, Bobcats coming up. And for the Bobcats in the bottom of the first inning, J. Gaskins takes strike 1. And a ground ball up the middle, fielded behind the bag at second. Throw on to first base, not in time. An infield base hit. Gaskins hustles down the line.
Now batting number 5, second baseman Izzy Carrillo.
Now Izzy Carrillo batting second for the Bobcats. And on the hands, fouled off, strike one. So Gaskins leads off on at first base. Now Carrillo batting second. Nick Gonzalez, the shortstop, hits third. Tyler Black over at first base bats fourth for the Bobcats. Then Dakota Martin, the catcher, is fifth. Hitting sixth, the left fielder, Terrell Huggins. Ryan Craig bats seventh and plays third. And that pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-2. Hitting eighth is the designated hitter, Luke Morrison. And Dylan Howell bats ninth and plays right field. Runner goes, swing and a miss. And a throw to second base, not in time. So Gaskins steals the base as Carrillo strikes out. One away in the inning for Nick Gonzalez.
13, shortstop Nick Gonzalez.
First one bounced in. That'll get away from the catcher King and send Gaskins to third base. That'll go as a wild pitch. One on, one out, bottom of the first inning. Bobcats trailing 2-0. David McCarthy, the starting pitcher, works out of the line. That's bounced in. And they count 2-0. And a pitch over for a strike, 2-1 the count. And the 2-1 bounced in there, 3 balls and a strike. McCarthy steps off after time is called. And that'll miss for ball 4, so Gonzalez walks. 2 aboard with 1 out for Tyler Black.
22, first baseman Tyler Black.
Runner got a big jump over there at first. And a stolen base for Gonzalez. That's the first one to Black, missed for ball 1. Now swinging a foul tip, and they count 1-1. Ground ball over to the right side will get the run in. And a throw on to first base. Gonzalez throws out Black for the second out of the inning, but an RBI ground out for Tyler Black gets Cienega on the board. They trail San Marcos 2-1. Gonzalez moves up as well, and he's at third base. And the batter is Dakota Martin. Now 2 balls and no strikes to the Bobcat catcher. Defensively for the Royals, Hankin, Shaloub, and Tricase in the outfield. Katsev, Guardino, Gonzalez, and Cope in the infield. Kang behind the plate catching McCarthy. A ball fouled away. And the count 2-1. Now 3 balls and a strike. And the wind and the 3-1 pitch. And that's low and in, ball 4. Martin walks. Second walk of the inning given up by McCarthy.
First base, number 1, Devin Garrett.
Devin Garrett running at first as a courtesy runner. There's Terrell Huggins. 2 on with 2 out. Bottom of the first inning, Bobcats down 2-1. Step to third, look to first, no play. First pitch off the plate, ball 1. Now the set and the pitch. Over for a strike, and it's 1-1. McCarthy steps off as the runner took off early. And the ball dropped out there by the shortstop, or the second baseman rather, Gonzalez. And everybody's safe. Had the runner caught, taken off early. But an error allows the runner to get to second, and meantime Gonzalez scores, and we're tied at 2. Now Huggins with a chance to knock in the go-ahead run as we play in the bottom of the first. And a high chopper over at third. That's off the glove of the third baseman. Coming around third is Gonzalez. And the throw goes into second base. Big hop single there. And an RBI for Huggins as Martin's courtesy runner Garrett scores. Cienega's got 3 in the bottom of the first. And the batter is Ryan Craig. Runner takes off, pitch a strike, and they throw to second base. is late. Huggins with the stolen base. Pitch misses for a ball. And they count 1-1. Cienega leading San Marcos 3-2. And a ball fouled out of play. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. And another one fouled out of play. We stay at a ball and 2 strikes. Three-two. Cienega with the lead. Still in the bottom of the first inning. Pitch high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. San Marcos had to feel pretty good about their start, getting 2 runs in the top of the first inning. But they have seen the lead squandered here, now down 3-2. As Craig is hit by a pitch. And on to first base he goes, and it'll bring up Luke Morrison. First one to Morrison misses for ball 1. Next pitch inside, 2 balls and no strikes. McCarthy ready again. Checks the runner and the 2-0 pitch. Inside, that hits Morrison. So back-to-back hit batters plus 2 walks in the inning, 2 hits in the inning, and an error, and it's turned into 3 runs, and now the base is loaded, and the Bobcats in a position to add more as Dylan Howell will bat. McCarthy works out of the windup. First pitch on the inside corner, a strike. The 1 and the 0-1. And a ground ball over to the right side. Play on to first base is in time. Final out at the bottom of the first inning. Bobcats send 9 to the plate. They score 3 times and lead 3-2 after an inning. First pitch foul to the backstop as we get underway in the top of the second inning. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Luke Trincase, the starting, or the leadoff hitter rather, in the second for San Marcos. Next pitch misses, 2-1. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-2. Ball punched into right field, and that'll be a fair ball. And so a base hit. And the Royals get the leadoff hitter aboard in the second.
32, left fielder Thomas Henkin.
Now Thomas Henkin will try to keep it going for the Royals. First pitch, a ball. Throw to first and the runner back. And the next pitch over for a strike, and the count 1-1. Finishing up, day 3 of the Chris Moon Memorial Cherry Field Classic. Big breaking ball, swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and then as the runner got a good secondary lead, to throw went down to first base over the head, but backed up nicely by Howell, and the runner not able to move off of first base. So a strikeout for the first out of the inning.
6, center fielder Louis Shahu.
Now Shalhoub bats. Runner goes, ball bunted, and back to the pitcher. And Sandate throws the batter Shalhoub out at first base, a 1-3 sacrifice for the second out as the runner moves to second base.
Out the Royals lineup, first baseman Nolan Cope.
Now the batter Nolan Cope. And Cope fouls the first one out of play. Ball bounced in and blocked by Martin. Keeps the runner at second base as the count goes to 1-1 on Cope. Breaking ball misses off the plate, 2-1 the count. Swing and a miss for Cope, and the count goes to 2-2. And the ball hit into center field. Runner will come around third base and score. And for Nolan Cope, an RBI single ties the game at 3. Now Ryan Guardino, who singled and scored in the first. First pitch high for ball one. Big jump over at first base and no throw. So Cope moves into scoring position. With 2 away in the inning, 2-0 the count on Guardino. Ground ball in the hole, it's short. Now they got the runner hung up between second and third, and Cope runs into the final out of the inning. I think give Guardino maybe an infield single there. I don't know if he got to the bag in time. It's a tag play to force Cope, so perhaps a fielder's choice. But again, the ball was deep in the hole, so scorer's decision there. Either way, it's the final out of the inning. San Marcos scores a run in the top of the second, though, and after an inning and a half, we're tied at 3. First pitch up and in to Najee Gaskins for ball one. As we begin the bottom of the second inning. Now the 1-0 pitch. That's low and in, 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch bounced in, 3-0. Carrillo and Gonzalez to follow for the Bobcats in the bottom of the second. We had a game yesterday morning with Cienega. They played the Pomona Panthers from Arvada, Colorado, as a 4-pitch walk sends Gaskins to first base. Cienega trailed 4-2 going into the 7th inning and scored 9 runs. We'll tell you a little more about it when we come back. Pitching change for San Marcos playing in the bottom of the second. We're tied at 3. First pitch fastball just off the plate for ball one. Is a Carrillo at the plate. Easy throw over to first and the runner back. Runner goes, pitch a ball, throw to second base, going to get into center field, and that's going to send the runner to third base. Next one bounced in. And another one bounced in. That'll get away to the backstop, and a run is in on the wild pitch. Carrillo walks, and the batter is Nick Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a walk and a run scored his first time up. Runner goes, pitch a strike as the throw to second base is a little bit late. And the next pitch, a fastball outside for a ball, 1-1. Breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 1-2. Turn back to second, the throw late. And the 1-2. Hard hit ground ball. That's through the hole and into left field. Runner's going to be waved around. The throw cut off into the plate and out. Bobcats challenge the play, but the throw from left field got in a hurry, and then the relay throw on the money. And Carrillo was gunned down. Gonzalez got himself to second base, and now the first pitch to Tyler Black misses for ball 1. Bobcats with a run in here in the bottom of the second. They lead 4-3. And a ball fouled to the backstop on the count 1-1. Turn back to second, but no play. Next one bounced in and blocked by Kang. Now pitchers haven't been able to settle in yet. San Marcos with 2 in the first and 1 in the second. Cienega with 3 in the first and 1 in the second. That's in the dirt, and this time the runner will get to third base. Another wild pitch. Pitch a called strike, and it's 3-2. And another one spiked in there, ball 4. Third walk of the inning given up by Royals pitchers. First 4 have reached, 1 scored, another one thrown out at the plate. And now 2 aboard for Dakota Martin. Fastball off the plate. Step to third, look to first, no play. Winner of this game advances to play for 5th place against Riverton, Utah. The loser of this game will play for 7th place against the host Tucson Badgers. Fastball high, 3-0. There's a pitch over for a strike, 3-1. First and third with 1 out, the 3-1 pitch is ball 4, and that'll load the bases. 4th walk of the inning. The 6th overall, plus 2 hit batters. Garrett on to run for Martin at first. And the batter is Terrell Huggins. First one to Huggins, high for a ball. Terrell had an RBI single his first time up. Pitch over for a strike, and they count 1-1. Next one outside, 2 balls and a strike. And the 2-1 pitch. Ball hit well down the left field line, but foul. And they count 2-2. Lengthy first couple of innings, 7 runs combined. And we've played a little more than 50 minutes. Scheduled for a 2 o'clock start. We got going at 2:02. Breaking ball bounced in there, 3-2. Nowhere to put Huggins. Full count with 1 out. And the base is full. And that ball punched into center field for a base hit. 1 run will score. So Huggins with his 2nd RBI single of the game. It's a 2-run second inning. It's 5-3 Cienega. And the base is still loaded for Ryan Craig. First pitch fastball high for ball 1. Craig hit by a pitch in the first. And next pitch high, and it's 2-0. Another one bounced in, 3-0. And the 3-0 pitch. Over for a strike, 3-1. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2 runs in for Cienega in the bottom of the second. They lead San Marcos 5-3. And the 3-1. Over for a strike, 3-2. And a ground ball to third. They'll try to go home. And the play at the plate is in time. So 5-2 force retires Black. Bases stay loaded as Craig is aboard at first base on a fielder's choice. And the batter is Luke Morrison. First pitch misses for a ball. Bobcats set 9 to the plate in the first inning, scoring 3 times. The 8th man to bat here in the 8th inning has resulted in 2 runs to this point. That one fouled off, and they count 1-1. Pitch over the outside corner, a strike, and it's 1-2. Pitch a little bit high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Morrison trying to bring around more runs for the Bobcats in the second inning. They lead 5-3. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball outside corner and a called third strike. So after all of that, the Bobcats managed just 2 runs in the bottom of the second. After 2, they lead 5-3. Three, 4, and 5 in the order for the Royals in the top of the third. The first pitch to Kyle Gonzalez, high for ball 1. And the next pitch off the plate, 2-0. Another one low, 3 balls and no strikes. And that one nowhere close. 4-pitch walk to start the third inning for the Royals. And the batter is Josh Kang. First ball popped up down the right side into the San Marcos bullpen foul, and it's strike 1. Kang reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first. Throw over to first, that's going to get away, and that'll send the runner to second base. Throw a little bit wide. Black got the tip of the glove on it, but that was it. Bobcat error moves Gonzalez to second base. And a pitch inside hits Kang, and he's aboard. So the Royals with a chance to get back in it and even here with the first two aboard and nobody out. Batter will be Blake Katsev. Turn back to second base with no play. First pitch low and away to Katsev for ball one. Two aboard and nobody out in the top of the third. Royals trailing the Bobcats 5-3. The winner of this one will play for fifth place against Riverton as that ball is hit into right field. The cutoff is held. And a run is in. RBI single for Katsev as he has driven in 3 runs. Gonzalez scored. Kang goes to third on the play. And the batter is Mason Metcalf. So the run in for the Royals. Now they cut it to 5-4. And a ball hit well out to left field. Caught. And the runner will tag from third base, and we're tied again. Sacrifice fly off the bat of Metcalf. First out of the inning. But he knocks in Kang. The Royals score twice in the top of the third. It's 5-5. And a ball popped up in the infield. And Tricase the second out. Gonzalez with the play. That'll bring up Thomas Hankin. First pitch low for a ball. Runner goes, swing and a miss, and a throw to second base is late. Katsev steals second and moves into scoring position. So now the go-ahead run on and in scoring position at second base for the Royals. Ball hit sharply up the middle, fielded behind the bag at second. And Gonzalez with a strike to first base will end the inning. A 6-3 ground out ends it, but San Marcos scores 2 more in the top of the 5th inning. They are even again with Cienega after 2.5. It's 5-5. Nine, 1, and 2 in the order for the Bobcats in the third. Dylan Howell takes strike one. And a ball fouled out of play on the first base side, and they count 0-2. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Howell. Gaskins and Carrillo to follow for Cienega in the third. Ball fouled off at the plate. And off-speed pitch up and in. Got him, sounded like on the back of the helmet. So Howell to first base. And the tie-breaking run aboard at first with nobody out in the bottom of the third inning. Gaskins coming up.
Center fielder, Navy Gaskin.
Bunt shown as the runner takes off. The throw late to second. And a ground ball rolled out to short. Fielded there and on to first base in time. And ground out moves the runner to third base.
Second baseman, Izzy Carrillo.
Izzy Carrillo, strikeout and a walk in 2 plate appearances. And the first pitch over for strike one. Infield in for the Royals as the pitch is over for a strike and it's 0-2. And a ball down the right field line, foul. 5-5 our score in the bottom of the third. Breaking ball hit on the ground. Diving stop by the third baseman from his knees onto first base in time. Katsev makes a whale of a play to get Carrillo for the second out. And the batter is Nick Gonzalez.
Shortstop, Nick Gonzalez.
And a slow ground ball out to short. Fielded by Guardino on to first base, and for the first time, the Bobcats are turned away. Leadoff base runner left at third, and after 3, it's still 5-5. Louis Chaloub going after the first pitch. Ground ball fielded near the line at third. Throw across to first base is in time, and the leadoff hitter retired in the San Marcos 4th inning. New pitcher out there for the Bobcats is sophomore left-hander Devin Garrett. Back to the top of the San Marcos order for Nolan Cope, who had an RBI single his last time up. First pitch fastball over for a strike. And next one bounced in there, and the count goes to 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball into the hole at short. Bobbled, picked up, and to first base, not in time. Took a bit of a hop there for the shortstop. Gonzalez came up and got him off the chest. One on it and one out for Ryan Guardino. First pitch over for strike one. Gardino with a couple of base hits. Trying to move that runner around from first base. It's the go-ahead run aboard at first. And an excuse me swing to the first baseman. He'll throw over to second. And I guess they didn't touch the bag. I thought it was going to be a tap of the bag at first and then a throw to second, but Black decided to throw it first. And so it's a 3-6 force of Cope for the second out, and Gardino aboard on a fielder's choice. The batter, Kyle Gonzalez. Gonzalez lifts one into shallow left. Going to be a long run. Gonzalez, the shortstop, catches the pop-up from Gonzalez, the hitter. And San Marcos fails to score for the first time in the ball game. After 3.5, we're tied at 5. Middle third of the order for Cienega in the fourth. The first pitch to Tyler Black is low for ball 1. And the next pitch is high, 2-0. Black, Martin, and Huggins scheduled to bat for the Bobcats in the fourth. Ball into right center field and on the run. Trincase there for the catch. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth inning. And the batter is Dakota Martin.
Catcher, Dakota Martin.
First pitch low and away, ball 1. And next one bounced in there, 2 balls and no strikes. Martin has walked both times up. And a ground ball over to the right side, played on a chest-high hop. And Gonzalez throws to Cope for out number 2. Now just a reminder, we'll be back tomorrow for 2 more games of coverage in the Christmas Memorial Cherry Field Classic. We'll have, the way the schedule stands now, the winner of this one playing Riverton for 5th place. We'll have that game for you. And then we'll have the championship game, which will feature Bishop Gorman from Las Vegas, Nevada, Canyon del Oro from Oro Valley, Arizona, which is just north of Tucson. Now Huggins at the plate. 2-0 the count. Huggins, 2 RBI singles for his day. Trying to bunt, and it is on the line and foul. Good idea there as the Royals got over there near the baseball. Huggins had already gone past them, and so they knew it would be a tough play, so really the only choice was to stop and see if it would roll foul, and it did. So Huggins will come back with a count of 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch bounced in, and it's 3-1. And that's ball 4. Huggins aboard for the 3rd time, and the batter is Ryan Craig.
Third baseman, Ryan Craig.
Pitch fastball over for a strike. Threw over to first. Runner was leaning, but throw not in time. Runner at first and 2 away in the bottom of the 4th inning, a 5-5 ball game. Runner goes, pitch a ball as it missed outside, and they throw to second late. And that ball bounced in and blocked by Kang, and they count 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch fouled out of play on the first base side. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Craig. He was hit by a pitch in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the second. That's bounced in. Runner will try for third. The throw will be wide and go into left field, and that'll bring in the go-ahead run. It'll go as a wild pitch, and then an E2. And Huggins scores to break the tie. It's now 6-5. Ground ball, foul outside of third base. And a ball into left field. And put away for the final out, but a couple of pitches too late as far as San Marcos is concerned. Cienega manufactures a run, a walk, a steal, a wild pitch, and a throwing error. And they break the tie after 4. It's Cienega 6, San Marcos 5. Four, 5, and 6 in the order for the Royals. Josh King leads off and takes high 4-1. King, Katsev, and Metcalf for San Marcos in the 5th. Another one high, 2 balls and no strikes. Now 3-0. Garrett's 3-0 pitch. Swinging on 3-0, and the ball foul to the backstop. And that's a called strike, and it's 3-2. San Marcos trailing 6-5, batting in the top of the 5th. And that's bounced in, ball 4. So the tying run aboard at first for the Royals in the top of the 5th inning as Blake Ketsev steps in. He had a 2-run single in the first and then a single in the third. First pitch over for strike one. And the ball fouled off the backstop, and it's 0-2. Now stepping and throw over to first. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mason Metcalf will follow for the Royals in the top of the 5th. Ball hit well out to left field. That's going to burn the left fielder over the head of Huggins all the way to the fence. And it bounced over. It'll be a ground rule double. For now, anyway, that costs the Royals a run. Because the runner was moving in a hurry around the bases, would have scored all the way from first base, but instead stopped at third because of the ground rule double. Ketsev with his 3rd base hit, and now Mason Metcalf can knock in the tying and go-ahead runs. 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. Infield comes in for the Bobcats. And first pitch over for a strike. And Garrett's pitch hit into right field, shallow, and in to make the catch. The right fielder had a little hesitation, then broke in quicker on it. Howell makes the catch, and because it was so shallow, the runner from third base did not try to tag. Now try Case. He'll bat with a drawn in infield. Squeeze on, or at least a safety squeeze. Only play, there won't be a play. Put it in the back pocket there, and then a throw over to third, not in time. So run is in, and the Royals tie it in the 5th. Goes as a bunt, hit, and an RBI. And then Ketsev around to third base. So 1st and 3rd with 1 out. The tying run already in for the Royals. And the batter is Thomas Hankin. Throw to first, and now the runner will take off from third base. It throws high. And then back to first base and safe. Oh, now he's out. Umpire put the safe signal up and then immediately threw the right arm up, signaling that he was out. So a lot going on there. But Ketsev scores, and that makes it 7-5 Royals. They tried the pickoff over at first. That allowed Ketsev to take off. And then as the throw went home, runner at first base got a little too far off the bag. Now a ground ball fielded by Garrett. He'll turn and throw to first, but not able to pick it out at first base as Black. The throw was low, and Black couldn't get it clean. So another runner aboard. 2 outs, 2 runs in for the Royals. They lead 7-6. Bench hitter for San Marcos is Nate Watson. So Watson will try to keep things going here for the Royals. 2-0 the count. And that pitch over for a strike. Now swing and a miss for a strike, and it's 2-2. Next one high, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the runner from first base will take off. 3-2 with 2 outs. Runner goes, and it is strike 3. So Watson called out on strikes to end the San Marcos 5th, but the Royals score twice and lead 7-6. New pitcher for San Marcos is Blake Katsev, and his first one to Morrison over for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball over for strike 2. And a swing and a miss. 3 straight strikes from Katsev to get Morrison for the first out. And we continue in the bottom of the 5th inning. The batter is Dylan Howell. And a ground ball. Not able to backhand it there as the second baseman Gonzalez. What I know for sure, our angle's a little different than what we sometimes have. But I think they kind of say that from a teaching standpoint that if you have time to sort of stand still and backhand and kind of dip down and all that, you probably have time to take another 1 step and get in front of the ball. The backhand play is so much more difficult. Obviously, infielders practice it all the time. They need to be able to do it. But just wonder, take 1 more step there and maybe that ball doesn't get by. Pitch to Najee Gaskins, misses for a ball. Runner took off, and catcher King not able to handle a pitch. So now the tying run in scoring position for the Bobcats. 2-0 count with 1 out and a runner at second. Fastball over for a strike, and it's 2-1. Breaking ball inside, 3-1. Look back to second base. And a ball hit into center field. And runner tags after the catch is made. I thought that ball was going to drift over the head of the center fielder, but stayed with it. And brought it in for the second out. Again, the runner Howell tags and goes from second to third. Now the tying run 90 feet away, but 2 outs in the inning, and the batter is Izzy Carrillo. Fastball to Carrillo is outside for ball 1. Next one down in the dirt. The ball gets away, run comes in, and Cienega ties it in the bottom of the 5th. Wild pitch scores run number 7 for the Bobcats. And a fastball over for a strike. Yeah, this one's gone back and forth. San Marcos scored 2 in the top of the 1st. Cienega got 3 in the bottom of the 1st. That's bounced in, 3-1. Then San Marcos 1 in the top of the 2nd, tied it at 3. Cienega 2 in the bottom of the 2nd, led 5-3. San Marcos got those 2 back in the top of the 3rd to tie it at 5. Cienega 1 in the bottom of the 4th to go up 6-5. San Marcos with 2 in the top of the 5th to lead 7-6. And now Cienega with 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning, and we're tied at 7. Swing and a miss, and the count goes to 3-2. 3 or 4 the Royals started off the field, led I think by the catcher Kang, who thought that was strike 3, but just lost track of the count there. Now a 3-2 pitch, and a ball fouled out of play. Ground ball, first base side, and foul. Katsev, after a deep breath, delivers and got him with a swinging strike, and that ends the inning. Couple of strikeouts in the inning for Katsev, but Cienega gets one back in the bottom of the 5th, and after 5, we're tied at 7. Top of the order for the Royals in the 6th. Nolan Cope takes low for a ball, and they face a new pitcher as Izzy Carrillo is on the pitch. So Carrillo takes over on the mound. Louis Morales takes over at second base. Fastball on the outside corner, a strike, and it's 1-1. Nice one, low it away. 2 balls and a strike. Next pitch up and in. 3 balls and a strike. Royals trying to get the leadoff hitter aboard in the 6th, and they'll do that. Ball 4, and Cope is aboard. Go ahead run at first with nobody out for Ryan Gordino. First pitch bounced in, ball 1. Seven to 7 our score, top of the 6th inning. Winner advances to play in the 5th place game against Riverton, Utah. We'll have that game for you tomorrow at noon. And then we'll have the 3 o'clock game, which is the championship. And runner takes off as Cope steals second base. And now he's in scoring position. Carrillo sets and delivers. Ball into shallow left field, and that's caught for out number 1. So Gordino, the first out in the San Marcos 6th inning. And the batter is Kyle Gonzalez. Anyway, we'll have the championship game tomorrow at 3 o'clock of the 2016 Chris Moon Memorial Cherry Field Classic. And it will feature the Canyon del Oro Dorados out of Oro Valley, Arizona, which is just north of Tucson, against the Bishop Gorman Gales from Las Vegas. Gonzalez takes low and away for a ball. And Carrillo steps off. Go ahead run in scoring position with 1 out for San Marcos in the 6th. Pitch high and away, 2-0. I mentioned the winner of this game will play Riverton, Utah, the Riverton Silver Wolves. That'll be a 12 o'clock start here on Field 1. And that will be for 5th place as the count goes to 3-0. The loser of this game will face the host Tucson High Badgers. That'll also be at 12 o'clock over on Field number 2. And again, that's for 7th place. Pitch over for a strike. And it's 3-1. A long week of baseball, but a fun one down here in Tucson. And that'll miss for ball 4. Carrillo's issued a couple of free passes here in the 6th inning. Got 1 fly ball to left field. And now he'll go after Josh Kang. Check swing and a bouncer foul outside of third base. Two aboard with 1 out for the Royals, trying to break a 7-all tie. Turn back to second, but no throw. And that pitch hits Kang to load the bases. Now Blake Katsev will bat with the bases loaded. Cienega will bring the infield in. Go-ahead run at third base with one out.
Pitcher, Katsev.
First pitch high. Yeah, time called. I was wondering about that. Cienega had the infield in on the grass. All four infielders, and now they change it to move the middle infielders back. They could turn two up the middle and get out of the inning. Going to get a timeout as the Bobcats want to talk strategy here. Playing at the top of the sixth, tied at 7. Cats have going after the first one, fouls it off down the left side. So after the timeout, that is how the Bobcats leave the defense. The corner infielders even and actually a step or two in front of their respective bases, but the middle infielders back at double play depth. Might be tough to double up. Katsev hitting from the left side. Not going to find out, though, as he delivers a ground ball into right field for a hit. And that is going to score 2 runs. And San Marcos leads 9-7. So the 2 walks come in to score. Kang around to third base, and Katsev aboard at first. The batter is Mason Metcalf.
Designated hitter, Mason Metcalf.
Throw to first, the runner back. Nine-7 Royals, top of the 6th. And Carrillo steps off. I don't know what kind of time limits we're playing under here. Most of our games have gone pretty quick. The ball into right field. Underwood with the catch. Runner does not try to advance from third base, and that is out number 2. I mean, we haven't had speedy games all the way through this week for sure, but I don't know that we've had much over 2 hours. Or if we were over 2, we were completing the 7th inning. So I don't know if we'll go a full 7 here or not. Again, not sure what the time limit situation is. I know that there's no game after this on the schedule for today, but I would think that the tournament rules would still apply. First and third with 2 outs. Pitch over for a strike. Luke Tricase with a 1 single RBI on a squeeze play in the last inning. That's in the dirt. San Marcos has scored in 5 out of 6 innings. Cienega has scored in 4 out of 5 innings. They're half of the 6th inning coming up after the final out here in the top of the 6th. Throw over to first and the runner back. First and third with 2 outs, 2 runs in for the Royals. Runner takes off and Katsev is in at second base with a steal. Popped up right side of the infield. Might be a tough play, and it will drop. It's the first and second baseman collide, and the ball is on the ground, and a couple of more runs come in for the Royals. They open it up a little bit, their biggest lead, as they are up 11-7. was not a deep pop-up at all, and that brought Morales, the second baseman, and Black, the first baseman, in, and the two collide. It'll go as an error. And now a pinch hitter, Sebastian Rojas, bats for Hankin. And a pitch over for a strike. One and one, the count on Rojas. Runner goes and no throw. And a fastball over the outside corner, a strike, and it's 2-2. And a ground ball, actually a liner, beg your pardon, caught by Morales, and that will end the inning. San Marcos with a big sixth inning. They scored 4 times and lead 11-7. Fastball to Nick Gonzalez, misses outside for ball 1 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. And the next pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Gonzalez 1 for 2 plus a walk. He scored 2 runs. Ball fouled off on the first base side. 1-2 the count. Katsev into the wind of the pitch. Ground ball over to the right side. Scooped up there and on to first base. And the leadoff hitter retired in the Bobcats 6th. One away for Tyler Black.
First baseman Tyler Black.
And the first pitch over for a strike. And the 0-1 pitch. And misses for a ball, 1-1. 1 out, base is empty. Bottom of the 6th inning. Cienega trailing San Marcos 11-7. Now the 1-1. Over for a strike, and it's 1-2. Winner advances to play number 5 Riverton, Utah for 5th place. Loser will play number 7 seed Tucson for 7th place. And a swing and a miss. Black is out number 2. And that brings up Dakota Martin. First one of Martin high for ball 1. And a ball foul to the backstop, 1-1. Katsev has come in and done a good job quieting this Bobcat offense. Did give up an unearned run in the last inning on a misplayed ground ball. High chopper, third base side foul, and it's 1-2, but he has 3 strikeouts in an inning and 2/3. And ahead of Martin 1 and 2. The 1-2 pitch. A little bit low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. If Martin reaches, Terrell Huggins would bat for the Bobcats. Cats up to the line in the 2-2. Hit down the first base line. And a foul ball. Next pitch, that's hit well out to left field. That's going to be extra bases for Martin as that bounces over. Ground rule double for Dakota Martin. Extends the 6th inning. And it will bring up Terrell Huggins. So we get a courtesy runner, Brandon Kaler, on to run at second base. And the first pitch to Huggins misses for ball 1. Huggins 2 hits and a walk in 3 trips today. Turn back to second, throw back, and a little bit late and a bit off the mark. Had the runner leaning a bit out there. Runner at second and 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Cienega trailing San Marcos 11-7. And another base runner as Huggins is hit by a pitch. And that'll bring up Ryan Craig. Substitution for the Bobcats, Kevin Stevens called on to pinch hit. They try that play back to second again, not much closer. Stevens hits in place of Craig. Threw aboard with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And a fastball over the outside corner, strike 1. Called a ball, and it's 1-1. Tying run in the on-deck circle for the Bobcats with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And time called. Breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 1-2. And a pitch in the dirt at the feet. And so no play. The wild pitch allows the runners to move up a base each. Cats have a work out of the windup now. Into the wind and the pitch. And a ball hit out to left field. Could end the inning. And that's caught for the final out. In the 6th, no runs, a hit batter, and 2 left. And after 6, it's 11-7. Nate Watson leads off in the 7th inning and takes low and away for ball 1. San Marcos will now try to extend the largest lead of the day. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Pitch misses for a ball, 2-1. And a pitch off the plate, 3-1. That's bounced in. I guess now 3-2. But that was ball 4. And a swing and a miss. So Watson out on strikes for the first out in the 7th. It'll bring up Nolan Cope. I beg your pardon. Cope is lifted for a pinch hitter.
Now pitching for the Royals, number 13, Chad Sorensen.
Chad Sorensen bats for the Royals in the 7th. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Half swing, and Sorensen goes around. Maybe the pitch was good enough for a called strike, but either way, they count 1-1. Now swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And Sorensen strikes out, 2 down.
Shortstop, Ryan Ardino.
Ardino down a strike as he bats with 2 outs, and the base is empty in the 7th. And a ball into center field, and a 2-out base hit.
Second baseman, Kyle Gonzalez.
Now Kyle Gonzalez will try to keep it alive. The first one's fouled off. And the next one low and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ardino with the lead at first base, and Carrillo steps off. Foul tip into the glove and a strike, and it's 1-2. And another one fouled off. Runner goes, pitches low and in, and it's 2-2. So Guardino moves to scoring position by stealing second base. And down on strikes goes Gonzalez. We head to the bottom of the 7th, still 11-7. Luis Morales takes strike one. Batting for the first time here in the top of the 7th. Bobcats down 11-7. And a pitch over the outside corner, a strike, and it's 0-2. The 0-2. Just off the plate with a fastball, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Called third strike. And that's the first out of the inning. Dylan Howell will try to get it started for Cienega with one out in the bottom of the 7th. Eleven to 7 our score in the bottom of the 7th inning. The 0-1. Hit into shallow right field. And a catch made. And that's out number 2. To the top of the order for Najee Gaskin. First one who fouled out of play. Two outs and the base is empty. The 0-1. And that's lifted out to the outfield grass and put away by Gonzalez. It's a 3-up, 3-down 7th inning, and Cienega falls to San Marcos by a final score of 11-7. And so San Marcos will advance to play in the 5th place game against Riverton, Utah. Cienega will play in the 7th place game against the host Tucson Badgers. That will do it. From Cherry Field, again, our final score, San Marcos 11, Cienega 7. From Cherry Field in Tucson, Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long. We'll see you tomorrow for the 5th place game, San Marcos and Riverton, and the championship game, Canyon del Oro against Bishop Gorman.